Hey everyone, Ryan Young, KAATARO Jiu-jitsu, and I hope you're doing well. So let me answer another question. So this one's kind of a long one, but this one I kind of feel I need to because it's something that I know a lot of you are going through, and me as an instructor, I really watch out for this situation. So it's a response to my smash on the mat panic. Here's how to beat your fears in BJJ. And it had to do with, the video had to do with, are you getting smashed? If you are, here's what you do. You can go ahead and watch it if you want to kind of see what the video is about. But this was done by a person going by the screen name Wow. And the funny thing, you posted this video, he just started jiu-jitsu about 7 weeks ago. He got some technique and exercise, and the second half we wrestled, or how you call it, with each member for 5 minutes. So it did 5-minute rounds. The second half of the class. So let's say an hour class, did 30 minutes of that, 6 rounds. The second lesson, he went there and one member did a quick throw. So quickly, I couldn't react, and before I knew it, I was smashed sideways on my ribs, meaning probably didn't break fall too well. And the second after, I felt his full body weight crashing on the other side of my ribs. If you imagine how it goes in a judo throw, oftentimes they'll throw somebody and you try to throw your person really hard, and at the same time, you land on him as well. So it's like 2 hits, one on the ground and one by your opponent. And this is the guy's second class in. It hurt like hell, and now I'm already 7 weeks at home. Pain stops me from exercising anymore. My ribs are bruised, the doctor said. I would try next week to enter a new lesson. I'm not fully over the pain, but I can't stay at home for 4 months either. But somehow I'm worried because at the speed it went, and the force, I think I'm lucky I didn't break his ribs. What will happen the third or fourth lesson? Was I just lucky, or will I end up in the hospital? Most of them are great and nice people. This was a white belt, but later told me that he did Japanese jiu-jitsu before. And he was also more muscular and a heavier weight compared to me. I cannot start each wrestling session, please don't break my ribs, then I'll feel like a real loser. But somehow I'm worried because I have a wife and a father to take care of. If something happens to me, they are also in trouble. Still, I want to learn jiu-jitsu so badly so I can defend myself or her in case of trouble. I'm fighting against myself. Should I quit and be 100% safe, or go ahead and see it as a one-time only accident? Sorry for the long story. That's fine. It's not the story, the length of the story. It's the concept that's important. So what you're going through is something that a lot of people go through. In fact, one of my students was just here. I'm here at Edison Coffee Shop here in Flower Mound, Texas, right by our studio. He had just walked in because he hangs out over here too, and he was nursing some bruised ribs. With him though, he actually took somebody down and the person landed on him as he was doing a takedown, which happens with a lot of beginners as well. So here's the thing, jiu-jitsu is a contact activity. There's gonna be bumps and bruises along the way. In the 30 years that I've been doing this, I've had so many injuries, I cannot recall them all. I can only recall the most major ones. I've dislocated my rib, I've had 2 knee surgeries, my neck, has been cranked a number of times. Both elbows have been popped many times. My knees, both knees have been popped. I only needed surgery on one knee, not the other knee. And everything hurts. But the thing is, it's just part of it, and I know it. And even if I get hurt, as soon as I recoup, I'm gonna come right back into it again. However, the hard part is for beginners. And that's why we don't let brand new people train in a non-controlled environment. Now, was he in a non-controlled environment? I don't know. Maybe they were practicing throws, but sounds like they were sparring. Second day in, somebody who had been there before threw him and landed on him, which to me, if the guy is inexperienced, so 2 inexperienced people doing it, then yes, that happens. If the guy who threw him was experienced, that was a dick move. And that's one of the things that the instructors have to be aware of. You have to protect the brand new students because the brand new students don't know anything. And I can guarantee he did not learn how to break fall. He did not drill a break fall, so he did not know how to fall. He's lucky he didn't hit his head. The worst thing is to hit your head and get your bell rung. So at a place like KAATARO Jiu-jitsu, where our members are professionals, that's our largest demographic, our largest single group are professionals. People just like him who need to work, need to earn an income and support a family. And I can't have my students injured in class, or I need to do everything I can to avoid it, because this is a dangerous activity, you know, when you really think about it. I need to keep them as injury-free as possible so that they can go to work the next day. I'm not running an MMA gym. I'm not running a fight school where you would have a younger demographic, people who want to do this kind of stuff, and they're less likely to become injured. And if they are injured, they're going to recover a lot quicker. But when you have middle-aged people, you want to teach them the skills that they need to know, but at the same time, you have to build them up. It takes a longer time to ramp them up to where their body can handle the punishment that we dish out. So with you, I would say, I don't know if I would go back to this school. Try and find another school that is more in line with how you are personally, right? You know, at your life stage. And also ask the instructor, what's his opinion on letting people roll at the very beginning, right? It's good that you start on your feet to the point where you get thrown and you have to learn how to deal with that. That is super important, right? Because on the street, if you were to get thrown, you have to learn how to be able to land and take the fall and all that kind of stuff. But on your first day, without teaching you how to do a correct break fall and without throwing you in a controlled way multiple times so your body gets used to the feeling of landing, right? That needs to be done first and foremost before you're getting thrown. Now, I've seen it to where I do have, you know, it's aggressive by nature. And as somebody who throws somebody aggressively, if I see it happen, I will stop them right away and I will explain to that student who did it in the way that I would prefer he not do it. I would explain to him that he cannot do it that way, and I give him the solution as to what he needs to do next time, and hope that the person, his victim, didn't get hurt on that throw. Now, I guess a question I would ask you is, when you got thrown and landed like that, did your instructor stop what happened and explain to the first guy, the guy who threw you, what happened and why what he did was not correct, given your level? If you've been doing this for a while and you've taken hundreds and thousands of break falls, then yeah, you know, go at it. But for somebody in their second day, that should not happen. I would not have put you in that spot. And a lot of other instructors would not have put you in that spot as well. But your instructor did. I would probably just figure, if it happened on day 2, it's probably good that you know now, so that you can now go and find somewhere else that will do things in a little different way that'll keep you safer. Because you need to build up. Once you get up to the point where you're 3-6 months in, I have seen more of the instances where you'll get thrown and how you'll land and see the situation that can potentially hurt you, and you've learned how to deal with them. Now you can start to picking it up. But even then, you're not gonna go full speed. Maybe half speed, maybe 3/4 speed, but not full speed. You have to work up to full speed. And it sounds like you got put into a full speed situation right at the get-go. I hope that kind of helped you. And maybe going forward, you can find some place that is more suited to you. Now, don't quit. That's not what you want to do. If you really want to learn this, don't quit. It's just a matter of finding a school that works better for you. And just like there are a ton of different individuals, there are a ton of different schools as well. So, and even sometimes within a school, there may be multiple instructors. A particular instructor may suit you better than another instructor in the same school. So you just need to find the instructor that works best for you and go to his classes. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. I want to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, clicking the bell, and also hitting the links below. We have personal coaching. We have a link for the Rickson Gracie self-defense unit. We have a link for KAATARO belts, and we have a link for Dave Kama's Patreon channel, where you can learn all the techniques that we do at Kama Jiu-Jitsu. Well, not all of them, a lot of them. You know, we've got well over 100 videos on that channel right now, and is growing. In fact, I think I just added several more that came from our most recent Hawaii camp, where Dave went over a lot of self-defense stuff, and stuff that I even looked at like, oh, that's new for me. And I'm incorporating into our curriculum here, and as well as our instructors. So anyway, that's all I got for you. Take care, happy training. Bye-bye now.